Hello. It's me, Karen. Ay, mali. Ida pala. So today I will be teaching you or showing you how I planned, how we drilled down our options on the province. Ano ba yung mga kinailangan pa naming tingnan. Also something to note of, wala kaming relatives in British Columbia. We have relatives in other provinces. So, paano kami napadpad sa Vancouver? And bakit ito yung napili namin? To be honest, naubos ko na yata yung mga schools. Or at least yung mga public schools. So yeah, first point, if you're considering studying here in Canada, make sure that the school that you're targeting is listed in the DLI. So I will add the link of the DLI on the description box so that you will see which colleges or universities are only would be the best options for you. These are the public schools and some private schools. Say hi.
Hello.
Bro, which? So there. So DLI, yun yung mga designated learning institutes or institution na nag-o-offer ng post-graduation work permit. Okay, so there. So paano kami namili ng province? So how did we end up in British Columbia? Vancouver region. Okay, so my pro-con list, I had different considerations. So I considered the school, again kung part siya ng DLI. I considered the program. Since I was targeting the post-graduation work permit, I needed to parang give more weight for programs na 2 years and above para ma-maximize ko yung post-graduation work permit. So, but still, I considered yung other options like 1-year certificate or 1-year programs just to see kung ano yung mga pro and cons na. Pro-con. By rule ng student permit, if I'm not mistaken, 8 months and above ang dapat. But I opted for 1 year to 2 years just to be safe. So don't take those programs that only lasts for 6 months. No, don't do that kasi you'll just waste your money. After the program, you'll be required to leave Canada. I focus only in business and IT. Yun lang yung dalawang inikutan ng mga programs ko. Bakit? Kasi my career is focused in IT. Basically, mula nung nag-work ako, I think there was only one job that's medyo odd, medyo not related to websites or IT support or IT operations. So that's just one job. And then, wala, umikat na. It's mostly in IT. So that's why I had to consider a program that's related to IT for me to be able to defend why I'm going to study that program, diba? Another is business. Why business or management? Because my last position was on a management position. And I had an unfinished MBA in the Philippines. How I explained or how I justified it, i-explain ko sa particularly for my statement of purpose. And I will allocate one whole video for that. So you will know how to defend or maybe provide supporting arguments on yung mga reason on your purpose, on your actual purpose. And then location. Actually, part ng location is the weather. So, lamigin ako. And I know na it's gonna be hard for me to be in a very cold place. So, medyo dun pa lang, medyo okay na kami agad sa BC. That's one of the things that we liked in BC, in Vancouver, kasi it's one of the warmest cities or one of the warmest places in Canada. And then the intake. So, there are three major intakes. 3 intakes in Canada. So, it's spring, which is technically winter. So, spring or winter intake, fall, intake and then yung summer intake. So, out na agad yung winter. It's the least that we considered kasi first, we are moving as a family. We don't have yung support system ng welcome party na dadating sa amin. So, imagine yourself na you're looking for an apartment without a car, without anyone basically assisting you. So we have to take into consideration that it will be just us. And then you have a 5-year-old in tow with you. This is middle of winter. We don't want to do that. We want to transition as smoothly as possible. Of course, there will be bumps along the road, but you will try to minimize it. So, medyo X na sa amin yung winter intake. So, if the program will only be open for a winter intake, then medyo least priority na siya. And of course, we need to consider yung PGWP. So, is the program up for PGWP? Is the school offering PGWP? And mind you, it doesn't mean that the school is quite prominent, that it automatically makes the program that you're looking for as PGWP eligible. No. So you always have to double check yung DLI list kung andun yung program na iti-take nyo. For example, there was one university, hindi ko na mention dahil baka mapagalitan ako. There was one university in Alberta that I was targeting because the program was really good and it was a master's program. And then I didn't know, or I didn't see clearly dun sa fine print na it's considered as a part-time study kasi you only go there for like 3 weeks in the university and then you get to finish the whole program, the whole 2-year program at home or remotely. So I was thinking then that, okay to, master's degree, tapos okay yung program, very related to what I'm looking for. You need to check with the school if they're offering PGWP for that program. If not, double check it with the DLI, the Designated Learning Institution list. Nakalista doon yung school and the program. And if there's a yes or no answer kung PGWP eligible ba yung program na yun. Okay? Tapos yung isang consideration is yung chances ni open worker ko, ni husband, ni open work permit for employment. So, open naman kami ni Dodi. When we were discussing the possibility, we were actually okay with the idea of him doing odd jobs. Basically, na getting out of the IT world. I included it as a consideration dun sa selection criteria namin. Kasi, I want to have equal opportunity sa amin. So, I mean, pagka-graduate ko with my program, that would give me an advantage already, right? For me to find a good job here in Canada. But also, as a partner, I want my partner to have equal opportunity. So I need to make sure that my husband will also have the best employment opportunities. So yun. So we're open to the idea of getting out of our comfort zone. And finally, PR option. So yung permanent residency. To be honest, since yun yung endgame namin, medyo dun yun yung core, tas nandun na nag-ripple out yung plano namin. So, saang province ba yung merong pinakamalaki na chance na mapi-PR kami or magiging permanent resident kami? So, ano yung tiningnan ko dun? Tiningnan ko yung mga immigration pathways. So, inaral ko yung PNP, which is a Provincial Nomination Program. Inaral ko yung AINP, the Atlantic Immigration Nomination Program. RINP? Regional? I think pinasa ko rin yan. Regional Immigration. And then, yung mga opportunities, pathways for, immigration pathways for international students. Tiningnan ko rin siya per province. So, onti lang naman yung provinces ng Canada. Tsagain nyo na. Aralin nyo na. And then also yung federal level, which is yung CEC and FSW, yung Express Entry. So, kinonsider ko lahat yon to see kung saan nag-fit yung profile namin ni Dodi. Saan ba mas may chance si Dodi na maka-apply for a permanent residency, and if not, saan ako pwedeng mag-apply eventually when I graduate. Saan ako pwedeng mag-apply ng permanent residency. So, it's one of the considerations. Okay, so, ay papakita ko pala sa inyo yung list as part ng video. So, ayun. Ano yung mga na-consider ko muna na provinces? So, nakahanap kami. Ito. Consideration pala yung tuition. So, syempre, yung gastos. Iwan ba natin yan? So, ayan. PEI. Prince Edward Island. So, may pumasok na isang school from PEI, which is Holland College. Newfoundland. Yung Memorial University. Kasi may MBA sila dun. So, I was still trying to push for the MBA path. Baka naman, makalusot na ma-pursue ko siya, matapos ko siya. Dito na. Hindi na sa Pilipinas. And then, there's the BC in British Columbia. There's Thompson Rivers University. So, meron silang ladderized program done from graduate diploma in business administration that you can proceed further to MBA. Ontario, pumasok Lambton College for their post-grad certificate in advanced project management and strategic leadership. Ito na yung mga top list. Yeah, so sa top list ko, merong 3, 4, 5. So, 5th and 4th place yung Manitoba. So, Red River College and Manitoba Institute of Trades and Technology. So, pareho silang 2-year course. Meron ding mataas yung chance ng employment kay Dodi. And then, mataas din yung mataas din yung chances for PR. So, yung chinek out namin yung MPNP or Manitoba Provincial Nomination Program. Tsaka CEC scores ni Dodi. So, tinitingnan ko kung ano yung chance niya kung si Dodi ay magiging empleyado or magiging empleyado na pagdating namin sa Manitoba, kung ano na yung magiging score niya after a year. Or if makalusot siya sa MPNP. Ganun ko siya tiningnan. Next is Langara College. So, meron akong tina-target na 2 programs in Langara College. One is, it's in BC, British Columbia na. One is a certificate program which runs for 1 year. Certificate in Internet and Web Technology. And then, another program is a postgraduate degree, which web and mobile app developer stream. Tapos may co-op siya, diploma program siya. So tapang-tapangan ako dito. Pero very hesitant ako on this one because it's a developer stream and I never had any experience in coding or development. Just CSS, hirap na hirap ako, tsaka HTML. Anyway, so yan. So BC din siya. Tapos 2 years program siya. And then, offered siya on the 3 intakes. So, pwede akong pumasok ng summer. The certificate program would just run for 1 year. So, the post-graduation work permit na makukuha ko after I finish the course will just be 1 year as well. So, yun yung deal with post-graduation work permit. Aral ka for 1 year, trabaho ka for 1 year. Pag naging 2 years yung program mo, aral ka for 2 years. And then, possible that they will give you 2 to 3 years na work. Nagulat kami dito kasi parang 5 yung options namin. Basta maraming streams ng immigration for BC. Base dun sa profile naming mag-asawa. And then, the top choice, lumabas, was Kwantlen Polytechnic University. So, the program is a post-baccalaureate diploma in technical management and services. So, ano yung nagpa-top choice ko sa kanya? Langara College programs kasi, they are cohort programs. So, ibig sabihin, tuloy-tuloy. Meaning, there's no break in between. And then, the Kwantlen Polytechnic University, the program in PBD, Technical Management and Services, it will run for 2 years, but it has a term break. So you get to have a break ng isa. One term break or one break in a calendar year out of those 3 terms. The program itself would run for 4 terms only and 33 units lang yata, if I'm not mistaken. 33 units, so very, very minimal. Why did I choose the post-baccalaureate diploma over MBA? There's also one program pala na I tried, MBA in Yukon West, and medyo madrama yung issue dun, so I'll just drop it. But I did not pursue that path because masyadong masalimuot. It's too complicated for me, and I think that there's just too much hurdles. So I'd consider it like a sign na, no. Unlike dito sa KPU, it's just smooth sailing yung application and until nung ma-accept ako. So bakit KPU? First thing kasi, aside from na-meet niya yung mga requirements namin na 2-year program related dun sa profile ko, importante sa akin yung term break. Kasi that's the time that I plan on working full-time. So I can save up money for the next term's tuition. So yun yung game plan ko. So when I saw that the program is not cohort and there's one whole term that I could take a scheduled break and I can work. Oh, by the way, if you're an international student, you're only allowed 20 hours of work weekly if you are on an active academic term, meaning nag-aaral ka, you're studying. But if you're on a scheduled break, you can work for more than 20 hours. And I took that into consideration kasi we're not rich, we're not well off. So I want to contribute as well and make sure that I will be able to fund my own studies. So yun. So I had to consider that major factor of having a scheduled break in a year that I can save up for the next year's tuition or the next term's tuition. So check na yun. And then also, it has minimal number of academic units. So that means more time for me and my family. So since I have a kid, and I need to attend to her needs. Wala kaming yaya. We don't have childcare here. We don't have a caregiver for my daughter. So it was part of our strategy and another consideration that I had to factor in that I will be the one to attend to my daughter. So it kind of worked out, and I will explain maybe in another video paano namin inikutan yung schedule ng naming mag-asawa, yung schedule na anak namin without childcare. Until now, we don't have any childcare for 8 months. The program is offered ng three times. So yung tina-target ko na summer intake, they're offering the program doon. So that's good. And it's good also on our end kasi when we got here for the summer intake, it's not too cold. Medyo malamig pa because of yung tail na ng patapos na spring. But it's not too cold. So manageable. We got to find our apartment easily with our kid in tow. So, and na-enjoy niya yung apartment search, yung transfer, and all. And wala, easy yung ina-expect namin na easy transition. It happened because we came in ng summer or papasok ng summer. So we were able to prepare for the very drastic change of weather, which is yung winter. Yan, winter na ngayon. Tapos hindi siya ganun ka-expensive sa mga public schools. So if there's one thing that you will notice here in Canada, it's that public schools are more expensive than private schools. Yung iba nagtitake nung private school, nagtitake sila ng programs in private schools, but I would highly discourage you in doing so because kung balak nyo mag-work after, mag-take na kayo nung sa public school na. kasi mas mataas yung chance na mabigyan kayo ng post-graduation work permit. Don't spread yourself too thin. Yung chances nyo, ito yung literal na, yung more chances of winning. So, try to plan as much contingency as possible. If there's one thing that I learned from my previous job is that you need to ensure na lagi kang may backup plan and you always have mitigation strategies. So if you see a risk, try to mitigate it as much as possible. So that also applies to life. Kaya ganito ako yata nagplano. Let me know kung gusto nyong makita yung plan ko for like how I planned my whole stay. Like kailan ako yung term na magbe-break and anong term ako anticipated ko matapos kasi my program can be finished in a year kung di ako magte-take ng break. But I opted for a different plan and there's a reason behind it. Aside from, major reason is that I want to save up for the tuition. But let me know if you want to have another set of video na papakita ko sa inyo kung paano ko nilatag yung 4 terms in 2 years. I will show you how I planned our application process on another video kasi masyado na yata mahaba to, baka mabore kayo. Lively pa man din ang boses ko.